Imagine an enigma wrapped within a riddle, all encased in a mystery. That's the story of Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, a name that has become synonymous with scandal and intrigue, was a man of many faces. To some, he was a financial wizard, a self-made billionaire who moved among the world's elite. To others, he was a philanthropist, generously donating to science and education. But beneath this polished veneer lay a much darker reality. Born in Brooklyn in 1953, Epstein was the product of a middle-class family. Despite dropping out of college, he possessed a sharp intellect and a knack for numbers that eventually led him to a teaching job at the prestigious Dalton School. This position would be his stepping stone into the world of high finance, where he would make his fortune. Epstein's ascent to wealth was as rapid as it was remarkable. He launched his own financial firm, J. Epstein & Company, in the early 80s, promising exclusive services to billionaires only. This venture catapulted him into the upper echelons of society, where he rubbed shoulders with the likes of princes, presidents, and moguls. However, Epstein's glittering facade began to crack when allegations of sexual abuse started to surface. The financier, so accustomed to operating in the shadows, found himself under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. His luxurious homes in New York and Palm Beach, once the sites of lavish parties, were now being scrutinized as the potential stages of his criminal activities. The origins of Epstein's criminal actions remain a subject of intense debate and speculation. Was it the intoxication of power, the lure of unchecked wealth, or a deeply ingrained predatory nature that led him down this path of depravity? The answers to these questions remain as elusive as the man himself. As we delve deeper into Epstein's world, a web of intrigue, power, and criminality begins to unfold. Epstein's world wasn't just his own, it was a world shared with other influential figures. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a solitary figure, he was a part of a complex web of powerful individuals, all interconnected by a thread of wealth, power, and prestige. This network was so vast and intricate that it was immortalized in what's now known as Epstein's Black Book. Now, this wasn't your typical address book filled with random contacts. Epstein's Black Book was a veritable who's who of the global elite. It contained the names, phone numbers, and personal addresses of some of the most influential people around the globe. And these weren't just casual acquaintances. Many of these individuals were frequent visitors to Epstein's homes, his private island, and his private jet, infamously known as the Lolita Express. But Epstein didn't build this network alone. Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite and the daughter of media tycoon Robert Maxwell, played a crucial role. She was Epstein's confidant, his right-hand woman, and some would argue, his accomplice. Her relationship with Epstein was complex to say the least. She was often seen at his side, attending the same lavish parties and mingling with the same high-profile crowd. Maxwell's role in Epstein's world is still a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. Some believe she was just as involved in Epstein's illicit activities as the man himself. Others see her as a victim, drawn into Epstein's world and manipulated by his charm and wealth. But one thing is clear. Without Maxwell, Epstein's network wouldn't have been as extensive or as influential. Epstein's Black Book was not merely a collection of contacts, but a map to a world of dark secrets. It was a gateway into a hidden realm, a world that thrived in the shadows of power and privilege, a world where the rules of right and wrong were blurred, and where the powerful could exploit the vulnerable with impunity. It's a chilling reminder of how far some people will go to satisfy their darkest desires, and how the tendrils of power and influence can reach into the most unexpected places. The Black Book, a Pandora's box of names, held the key to Epstein's clandestine operations. Imagine a book so secretive, so damning that simply being named within its pages could bring about ruin. This was the notorious Black Book of Jeffrey Epstein. When it was revealed, it sent shockwaves through the highest echelons of power, casting a long and unsettling shadow over those named within it. The Black Book was not just any ordinary address book, it was a compilation of connections, relationships, and associations that Epstein had meticulously curated over the years. It was a testament to his reach, his influence, and the extent of his operations. It was, in essence, a roadmap to Epstein's world, a world that was shrouded in secrecy and deceit. And so, when the Black Book was exposed, the fallout was immense. It wasn't just about the names within it, though they were certainly significant. It was about what those names represented. They represented an intricate web of power, privilege, and impunity that had allowed Epstein to operate unencumbered for so long. The revelation of the Black Book was a turning point. It wasn't just a story about Epstein anymore, it was a story about power, about the length some people would go to protect it, and about the price others would pay for it. It was a story about the dark underbelly of our society, where the rich and powerful could exploit the vulnerable with impunity. The implications of the Black Book were far-reaching. It didn't just bring individuals under scrutiny, it brought entire systems into question. It forced us to confront the uncomfortable truth that Epstein's operations were not the work of a lone wolf, but the product of a system that had allowed him to thrive. And so, the Black Book became a symbol of a broken system, a symbol of unchecked power, a symbol of the dark corners of our society that are often overlooked or ignored. But most of all, it became a symbol of hope. Hope that, by bringing these dark truths to light, we can begin to address them. The Black Book, once revealed, marked a turning point in the Epstein saga. In the wake of the Black Book's revelation, Epstein's world began to crumble. The once untouchable financier found himself in the firm grip of the law, arrested and charged with sex trafficking. But the tale took a more sinister turn when Epstein, held in a high-security prison, died under controversial circumstances. The official report said suicide, but the whispers of foul play have never ceased. The aftermath of Epstein's demise isn't just about the man himself but also the ripple effects on his associates. Investigations are ongoing, probing the depths of Epstein's network, shining a light on the dark corners of society where power and perversion often intertwine. Epstein's case continues to hold a morbid fascination for many, drawing in sleuths and spectators alike. Theories abound, from the plausible to the far-fetched, each contributing to the enigma that is Epstein. Epstein's story serves as a stark reminder of the power of truth and the lengths some will go to hide it.